up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is Power Season 6, Episode 15, the series finale. What up, everybody? What up, everybody? What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Everybody, let's talk about it. All right, y'all. So I thought this episode, the series finale, was okay. I mean, we watched all of these episodes to find out what I thought that most of us thought was going to happen anyway. Tyreek kills Ghost, okay? So that part was predictable to me. It was a jam-packed episode. Some of the things I noticed that were the dialogue was different. Now, I didn't really notice it throughout the other episodes, even though Courtney said that it was different. But this episode, I really noticed that the dialogue changes from when when we saw it from Ghost's perspective in episode 10 and this episode especially, okay? Here we go. At the beginning of the episode, we see Tasha goes over to Q's house because she wants some loving, honey. And he asking her a whole bunch of questions about the ex-husband. What's going on with the ex? Did he sign the papers? What's going on with this, that, the other? And Tasha's like, listen, I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about it anymore. The only thing I want to think about is me and you, honey. And they go to hunching. And I put on Facebook that, you know, I had just stepped out the church house and I had to repent, honey, because we ain't seen Tasha titties in a long time. And they looked good, bitch. Shout out to Funky Dineva, they looked good, okay? Them chocolate, her sex scenes, I feel like hands down between Ghost and Angie, nah, Tasha, because chocolate. Tasha's sex scenes are the best scenes in Power. So we saw her get to have sex with this man, honey, and she hunching on him. And after they finish, she gets a text from Tyreek asking where she is or what she doing or whatever, and she tells him she has to go home. So she goes home. The text was saying something about the friend had got caught. The white man that's selling drugs for them, he got caught. Everything got caught. So, you know, they don't know what they're going to do. But like I said, the man don't know that Tyreek is the one that's, you know, giving him the drugs. But still, they worrying about it getting caught. As she's leaving, she sees that Q has a gun. Now, we don't learn later on. We learn some more information about him. But like I said, Q has a gun. And she kind of peeps that. So put that back here. Tyreek busts in like he her damn daddy talking about
you out here spending the night with somebody I ain't never even met before.
I'm like, this is a grown woman, sir. Okay, clearly you doing whatever you want to do. So if she want to get her something, that's her business, okay? But at the same time, you are a Tasha parent and you need to have your ass at home. Your son is already out here wilding enough, okay? Come home, sis. She tells him that she told the police that Ghost killed Terry Silver, and he was like,
you're a snitch. I mean, snitches get stitches. Snitches suck. They're not good.
Sometimes when somebody is in your way, you got to get them out of your way. You got to turn them in and get them out of your way. Your father taught me that. Your husband taught you how to be shady, child, and do people dirty like he been doing people all these whole 6 seasons, okay? The next morning, Tyreek wakes her up and he's telling her maybe your plan ain't working out. They get the news about him being the lieutenant governor, Ghost being the lieutenant governor. So Tasha is panicking at this point and she calls Sax at some point during the episode. She calls him, I think it's now, but I could be wrong. And he's just reassuring her over and over again that he's doing everything in his power, knowing he ain't even got no damn job. Okay, he's doing everything in his power to try to make sure that Ghost goes to jail. They have a body. I mean, what's the holdup? You know, arrest him. Like, what's the problem? And so, you know, he's trying to coax her and make her think that he's going to do what he can do, which we know is nothing at this point. Then we can see all these scenes that we saw before, okay? So we see the scene where Tyreek is getting the gun from Dre. We saw him ask Dre for the gun, but we didn't see them exchange the gun, right? In the other episode, we see them exchanging the gun and him telling him, I need you to go take me down to the club, you know, to see my dad and all that stuff. The Tasha and Ghost scene at the graveyard. And this one, to me, was the most noticeable. Like I said, the dialogue changed, because if I recall correctly, y'all tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but when we saw from Ghost's perspective, it was he said, I'm sorry, you know, he apologized first for everything that he did. Now when we saw from Tasha's perspective, she didn't hear the apology, she just heard the chicken head. Like, I don't even remember him saying the chicken head, you know what I'm saying, that would still be in the hood. Like that comment he made about her, I don't remember that being in his scene, but I have to go back and rewatch because I'm not 100% sure. He says all this horrible stuff to her. Plus, he tells her he gonna take the kids to Albany, and he tell her that Ramona gonna be a good mother, a good role model for the kids. I said,
I know you lying.
Okay, I would have knocked him right up on the side of that damn headstone. I'd been laying there with Raina. You told me something crazy like that, and he's telling her, you know, I mean, you a drug dealer. You know, if I don't let you get caught. it's amazing to me how it was cool when Tasha was using her half smart brain to do the books for your business, which is the reason why you're even successful today, because you had to pretend like you had a legitimate business to launder your drug money through. Tasha helped you do all of that. She helped you become the man you are today, and you gonna turn around and call her a half-brain chicken head that will still be in the hood? Like, for real? And you gonna tell her she a drug dealer now? So you use drugs to get to where you were, but now she's the drug dealer and she needs to have her kids taken away. Wow. I was like, he's asking for this bullet he gonna get. He asking for it. He wanted. Ghost made sure he went around and pissed off everybody, child, because he wanted to get killed. I'm convinced that he wanted to die, because you could not have thought that nobody wasn't gonna try to shoot your ass after you around here talking to people crazy like you was, sir. You was out of line. And he released her. He released her from this marriage. Like, the whole release part too was longer when he did it. But he said he gonna release her. He gonna release her from this marriage. Like, he couldn't have released her a long ass time ago. That's another thing. You could have divorced Tasha a long time ago. I was on the internet arguing with people all day long, y'all, talking about what Tasha cheated first, X, Y, and Z. Yeah, she did. After she saw him in the club, googly eyeing. When Angela, she already knew what was up. She got in the car and she did her thing. Yes, she did do that. But if he thought that she was so horrible, why didn't he just divorce her? He could have divorced her at any point. But you know why? Because he needed her. He needed her to get to what he wanted. He used people to do what he wanted. So all that argument about her Tasha cheating first and Tasha not wanting to be, okay, that's fine. Because I'm not going to act like Tasha ain't no bird. She do be acting like a bird, making dumb, rash decisions. But at the same time, if you didn't want to be with her no more, all you had to do was divorce the nigga and give her a little bit of money, a little child support, and go about your business. Because if she's truly a bird, all she would want is some money. Because, I mean, I do remember Tasha and them trying to sabotage his legitimate business, and they went through all kind of, links so he would not go legit and stay dealing drugs. And I get that. Maybe that's not what he wanted in his life. But my thing is, sir, at what point was you going to decide to just leave the woman? You could have just left her. Her doing what she did or saying what she said was not a justification for you to drag her through the mud for 6 seasons. And furthermore, if Courtney Kemp expects us to believe that this happened in 6 months to a year, like, girl, first of all, you're out of your mind. You're insane if you think that makes sense. And I understand she said that Stars is the reason why it's like that, because she wanted to do time lapses and jumps, but Stars always want to pick up right where they left off. So that's why the children was 12 and not a nigga 19, okay? When the show is over, you expect this to happen the whole year. So that would mean he said to Tasha 2 or 3 times, I don't want to be a drug dealer no more. What about the club? We can do this, we can do that. And she didn't agree with him. And 2 weeks later, he was in love with Angie and ready to leave her. And a week after Angela died, he was ready to be with Ramona. So Ghost is trash. And basically, at the end of the day, he's pure trash. No matter which way you spin it. Yes, Tasha was wrong. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Yes, she should have let him, get out the drug game. But you ain't have to let him do nothing. He could have just left her. You know what I'm saying? He could have left her. Because him getting caught, her telling on him, all that stuff was still a problem, whether he would have left her or she would have left him, okay? Who's to say she wouldn't have got mad and turned the nigga in anyway? So those problems was always going to be problems. And I done went off on a tangent, y'all, but it's the last episode, so I'm giving you this review. I'm gonna give it to you, okay? So take it. Like I said, that dialogue was different. He was dirty, and very hypocritical, okay? How many times did Tasha come and rescue him? How many times
He begged Tasha to get him out of the shit he had created for himself. If he was this all-knowing, all-seeing, all-superhuman man who could just get himself out of anything, he's so smart, why would he need to go to Tasha several times? I don't understand that. Why would you need to go to this woman that you ended up leaving nothing to? Like, that is crazy to me. And she helped you many times. Yes, to protect herself, but also to protect him and to protect the family. Say what you want. Besides, Tasha went through pain to protect the family. And as soon as Angie found out that that nigga wasn't who he said he was, she put his ass in the jailhouse.
Period, Pooh. As soon as she found out. So, like I said, love Tasha or hate her, she knew all of those. She knew the good parts. She knew the bad parts. She knew the serial killer parts, because the nigga is a serial killer. I feel like they did her dirty. Okay, but back to the story. Tyreek heads up to the school where he sees that his teacher has been arrested, like I said, for selling the dope. He said his little words to the security guard. I guess he's trying to gauge if they know who it is. And he's like, no, I don't know. The security asked him a question and he left. He didn't go back to the school. I feel like that was a wasted storyline. Like, what was the point of that? Unless it's going to be on the next show, it's like, what is the point? Like, who cares? He don't know it was Tyreek that was texting him. All they going to do is do the burner phone. You can't trace no burner phone. It's not going to get back to him. And he had a whole nother school. So that was just a waste of time, a waste of storyline. Like, why did we even have this white man? Like, what was the point? It wasn't even no point for that. felt like that was unnecessary. They're at the housing appraisal again, you know, after they got it, you know, fixed and everything. And so they're looking through and they have the same argument. Once again, I feel like the dialogue was different this time around. Earlier in the episode, Tate, when we saw in the Tate episode, he went to her and told her that, you know, he was going to turn in Tyreek and X, Y, and Z. So he's not actually going to turn in Tyreek, but when she brings it up, he kind of like, oh, okay, well, maybe he should turn himself in, you know. He should take responsibility for his crimes. We're always saving him from everything. This is why he is the way he is. And this is the thing. Ghost is not exactly wrong. James is not wrong. They do rescue him all the time. It is part of the reason why he is the way he is. But the problem with Ghost and Tasha is that they neglect to realize that they have ignored the hell out their child for like years. Like Po Yaz, when she grow up, she gonna be out here wilding out because you ain't had no mammy or no pappy. You was all at the grandma house, okay? Who rent only getting paid for a year. But we gonna talk about that later. I feel like they don't recognize the errors of their parenting. You wasn't there for your child. You wasn't emotionally supportive for your child. You was too busy running behind Angela and killing everybody trying to be with Angela to realize these are the years, your preteen years or the 6 months or whatever we supposed to believe, but the years where you're supposed to be there with your child when they're developing. You're lying to your family over and over again. You lying to him. And you thinking about Tasha and all how complicated it is, and that may be true, but we're not thinking about the mind of a child. Because at the end of the day, Tyreek is a child. And we can see at the end, we can see that innocent, that little child was hurt. And that was really the person that was killing Ghost, was that innocent, hurt child that was hurt because you left your family. So I think that Ghost was selfish and self-serving, and so was Tasha, you know, because you was running behind trying to. Now I do feel like Tasha, you know, her thing is more for the family. She was doing crazy stuff to protect the family, right? Because Ghost wanted to do this. He wanted to be legit, so he started doing all this stuff. So now she got to go back and make sure they don't all go to jail. But at the same time, you wasn't home with them damn kids neither, okay? So neither one of y'all was there. But when Tasha was, you know, imploring Ghost, spend time with your child, talk to him. It's like Ghost take this authoritative role. Kind of like if y'all ever seen Growing Up Hip Hop with Dame Dash. She's very authoritarian with his children. That's why they don't like his ass, okay? Because nobody want to talk to nobody you feel like is like, you need to respect me. You can't say nothing to me. You can't. That's how he is with his son. Ghost is the same way. He's very, son, you need to do this. Son, like, you're not talking to your child like they a person. Like, they've seen, you've been lying to them for years and years and years, basically their whole life. And you're not giving no space or no room for this child to express themselves about how they feel about you instead of saying, I know what's best for you. Go to school, do this. He is not like he's wrong. You know what I mean? For saying, go to school, get your life together. Maybe you should pay for your mistakes to X, Y, and Z. But it's just like, damn, Ghost, when are you going to realize what you've done, okay, that's been a detriment to this child? Why is your child looking to another nigga as a father figure? Reason why? Because you wasn't there. So it's not just, you know, Tasha trying to do this and he need to do this and he need to go to school. I understand that he does need to do those things, but you need to understand the breakdown of where you failed as a parent. And that's the problem that I think Tyreek wants him to say, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have done you like this. I'm sorry. But it's like, Ghost, like I saw a meme that said, son, can't you tell I cheated on you? I cheated on your mama for you. I did it for us. You can't see that? Like, that's how he is. He has a justification for everything he's done wrong, or because he's trying to do something legit, it justifies everything that he has done, you know, in the meantime, in between time. Like, I had to do all this horrible stuff, but it was because I wanted us to be legit. And so even though I lied to you, I left the family, I did this and that and the other, I done dogged your mama and treat your mama like shit, because the fact of the matter is, no matter how much you hate Tasha, she still is the mother of your children, that you doing her raggedy and your kids watching you do her raggedy. Whether or not it's justified, this is what he sees. So, with all that said, he says that he needs to turn himself in. He's going to make sure he's gonna give her his word. Like, that mean anything, bitch. Your word don't mean shit, okay, sir? But he tells her that he's gonna give her his word that you know, he gonna get him probation or get him a life sentence. You know, it'll be easy, you know, once he gets into the office. But we all know that might not happen, because you told him that you was gonna take the rap for him if it ever came down to it. And now that you want to be lieutenant governor, you don't want to do that. So, you know what I think? Ghost changed. He changed the goalposts. You know, he moved the goalposts. Oh yes, I would do this. I would never do that. Like, I understand both sides. Like, why I already been in jail for something I didn't do. I'm not gonna turn myself again for something I didn't do. I understand that. I understand taking responsibility for what you said, but I also understand why people feel betrayed because you say it over and over again. I will never let my child go to jail. I'm going to take the rap. I'm going to do this. I put my family in this position because the fact of the matter, if you wouldn't have made no enemies, Ghost, if you wouldn't have been out there doing no bullshit to Kanan, or none of this stuff would have came back to bite you. Really, the source of it is him. Yes, Tyreek went out there, but he's a child. We have to remember that he is a child and he got manipulated by an adult. An adult that Ghost tried to put in jail, okay, and tried to kill. I digress. Tasha tell him fuck him at the end of the thing. You know, she did say, did you ever love me? And he was like, I did love you and a part of me still does, but you don't love me like this. You love, you know, the biggest drug dealer in New York. And she realized maybe she was wrong. She, you know, she should have let him do his thing or whatever the case may be, and they would have been still together, maybe. I doubt it. We see Ghost talk to Tyreek later. I don't know when Tasha tells him to go talk to your daddy, but basically that's what happens. So he goes to talk to his son, or Tyreek goes to talk to Ghost, and Ghost is like drunk. I don't remember this the first time, but Ghost was drinking. That's another thing I don't like about his character is that they made the alcoholism a big deal in his father, and then they made the alcoholism a big deal for him. You know, and he had to, you know, drink less and not drink and all this shit. And now the past few seasons, he just been drinking like it ain't shit. You know what I mean? So it's just like, what is the point of him being an alcoholic or having these alcohol problems if he always half drunk? So you can tell he on one. He feeling himself. He feeling himself, okay? So he talking to Tyreek reckless. You need to realize what's going on. I'm gonna take care of you. Go ahead and just take the rap for your crimes, you know. And he's kind of threatening him a little bit, like, you is in my way, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have to do something if you know, if you don't do what you need to do, I need to do what I need to do, you know what I mean? So you might have to get out the way, you feel me? Tyreek is like, you lied to me. Like, I feel for him because it's feel like you told me that you would take the rap from me. Now, don't get me wrong. Tyreek is a whiny ass baby, and you did get yourself in this predicament. You shot somebody, okay? But at the same time, your father has been lying to you, lying to you, lying to you, lying to you. And then he made a comment about, well, you know, I don't like that something. He was like, well, I don't like that you got your sister killed, but you know what I'm saying? Here we are, nigga. And I was like, well, Tyreek, you deserve that because you did low-key get your sister killed. But had your daddy not made all these enemies, your sister wouldn't have been in the line of fire, or you either. But you know, who are me? He ended up yoking up this boy, choking him up a little bit, which I was happy about because Tyreek ass need to be choked up. Now, I ain't gonna lie. But it was on some strong-arm daddy shit. You know what I mean? Like drunk daddy shit. Like... It was a drunk daddy cliche. He pushed him up against the wall, choked him up a little bit or whatever. Tyreek says he'll turn himself in, but he wants him to confess about Breeze. We already saw this. So, but he confesses about Breeze and basically tells him Breeze was in his way. You know, he tried to talk to him. He gave him a last chance, but he was in his way and of his future, so he had to get rid of him. You know, and like I said, it kind of implies like, bitch, I get rid of you too. Okay, because you in the way of my future and I keep playing, you gonna end up 6 feet under where he is pushing up daisies. You feel what I'm trying to say? Eventually at the house, they realize that they are screwed, right? This is after Paz has come to the house and told Tasha that Blanca told her the whole case is over with. There's nothing they can do. He always wins, that episode. And so they realize they are screwed. There's nothing that they can do. And then they start plotting. She says, you're going to go to that party. You're going to let me know when everything closes up. You're going to tell him that you're going to turn yourself in. Wait till he's leaving and cut off all the lights and go into the loading dock. Text me. Because when the man was there, the insurance man was there, he gave her a bag. And that bag had an escalator key in it. And so she was like, I got the key. I'm going to get in the back seat. And you need to be gone by then. But my thing was like, girl, Ghost is pretty quick. I don't know if you're going to be able to do this. But, you know, I was down for them to kill him because I was like, he want that bullet. He want it. So Tasha goes to Q's house and she tells Q that James won't sign the papers, but he has this big party tonight at Truth, and she's going to go down there and she's going to corner him, so she needs a ride. And he studied asking her, what's the address, what's the address? I'm like, why you keep asking her what's the address? It's Truth, nigga. Ain't somebody, everybody's supposed to know where Truth is. It's New York. He's like a big guy. Tyreek goes to the club. He all dressed up. He puts that gun in like a little locker thing or whatever. So in like this little like hole or something in the wall. So he puts the gun in there. That was earlier. My bad. Earlier when he went with Dre, that's what he did. He put the gun in there on the way out. So he's in the club and he's getting ready to text Tasha back when he's on the loading deck. And Kanan come out of nowhere. You like, bitch, wait a minute. What's going on? Is this a dream sequence? It was some type of dream sequence or whatever that I thought was kind of unrealistic and dumb for Power, but whatever. I mean, Angela came in the dream sequence, but you know, so here we are. So he basically forgives him for, you know, setting him up or betraying him. He like, you know, you live by the streets, you die by the streets. It is what it is. It was going to happen one day. That, and then he tells him that you're not going to let, you know, your mama do this for you. He gonna kill her, she gonna kill him. You know, they're gonna draw on each other, and what's gonna happen with the kids and your grandma and all of this and stuff. So you always knew it was gonna come down to this. You knew you was gonna have to do it. Okay, so go up in there and do it. You just gotta step into it. Go in there and do it. Remember, he told him it's not real until you kill somebody that you love. Tyreek has galvanized himself, okay? He has arrived into the room, and he goes in on he argues some more with Ghost, going back and forth about Ghost is telling him it's your mama. Your mama making feelings. He's like, this doesn't have anything to do with my mama. And I was over it too. Like, stop saying Tasha making you do this. Tasha ain't making no nigga do nothing. He doing all this stuff on his own, okay? He tells him, you can't go back. You know, after this, he's pointing the gun at him. He's saying, you can't go back. After you do this, you can't, you know, it's nothing that you can do about it. He tells him, I love you. And he's the whole time, Tyreek is like, I try to give you one more chance. You don't even see me when I'm standing right here in front of you. I'm you. Like, I am you. I'm standing in front of you because I'm you, and you in the way of my future. And I try to give you a last chance like you gave Breeze, but you don't want to hear me. You don't want to see me. And Ghost says, I love you. And he shoot him. As he's shooting him, or right the second after he shoot him, Tasha realized when he didn't text her back that something was wrong. So she ran up in there, and she sees that he's shot, and she's like, oh my gosh, she's screaming and hollering. And then, you know, Tyreek is like, listen, it's gonna be okay, don't worry about it, I got it, you can go. So she leaves, she gets in the car with Q, and they drive off. This time Tommy is there. He sees Tyreek and he don't shoot him, okay? And then we see Tyreek run to the back, and just like a Ghost move, he changes all his clothes. You notice all his clothes was black. He was messed up about it a little bit, which I appreciated, because I was like, you ain't just gonna kill your daddy and just walk off like ain't nothing happened. But he also got that savage on the inside because he changed his clothes. He went out the back, and as he's trying to sneak out, he saw Sax drunk, dropping his gun, picking it up. He walked out the back door. He saw Blanca standing out in the back, and Sax helping her up. This is presumably after Dre has punched her in her damn face, and Dre knocked the shit out of this lady because we 3 episodes after he died, and her eye still black, okay? I was like, girl, he wasn't playing with you. He hit you like a grown man. After that, he gets out, and only dumb thing I thought he did was put his clothes right there in the dumpster. It's like, sir, it's right there. You could at least put it in the dumpster for another business. You put it in the dumpster for your father's business. Like, you think they ain't gonna search the trash? But whatever. He goes around to the front and pretends like he's coming to the club to see his dad. I mean, he gave you tears.
Let me see my father. Let me see my dad. Where's my dad?
Crying, the whole shebang. I'm talking about Tyreek. He need an Oscar, okay? Next day, we see that Warner is getting walked out of the office. We actually saw him walking out of the office. And Sax got his job back, so he must have called in a favor from John Mock, because we see him in the office with a new haircut. He look good. I mean, we can see that Sax has his job back. I forgot to tell y'all early in the episode that Tasha did go to see Sax at some point, and homegirl was over there. What's her name? Belinda, Yolanda. Let me tell you something. That suit she had on, sis looked like a cool glass of Pepto-Bismol. You hear me? Sis was serving us, pink is the color of my life. Do you understand? She looked like my whole living room, pink. I just was here for it. Like the hair, bitch. She was letting you know, bitch, I'm in private practice. Ho, I got the coins to get these wigs. Lace was laid for the guys, honey. It was melted. Her pink outfit with that shirt with the tie from, yes. I was living for the Pepto-Bismol look. I was like, girl, you better give it to us, Tamika. That's her name. Tamika got it going on. I was here for Tamika in her suit. Tamika in her wig and her suit had it going on. You hear me? At the will reading, we see that Tasha gets nothing. The estate is divided between the 3 kids. The mama get 1 year of rent paid, and Tasha doesn't get anything. Tyreek don't have access to any of this money until he completes a 4-year degree. So basically, they all SOL until Tyreek finishes school and Yaz gets to be of age. Okay, so he was the asshole from the grave, and he was petty. And he did not give Tasha nothing. Now, this is how I feel about it, which I've already expressed a lot earlier. if I helped you start your business, if I was your lover and your secretary, okay, and I helped you start your business, and I helped you run your business, and I helped you build your empire, I should be getting something just based off of that. Based off the fact that, yeah, she might have wanted him dead, but Tommy tried to kill him more than once, okay? And Paz never liked you. You gave your mistress sister money, but you wouldn't give the mother of your children money, at least enough money to help her through the 4 years that her son has to go to college, where they're all gonna be broke and struggling. I don't understand it. For somebody who helped you acquire all of the money that you're able to give to everybody else, make it make sense, beloved. It's no reason whatsoever that you can put aside your brother trying to kill you and your wife, because somebody argued with, my wife wanted me killed, you know, I don't know if I would give her no money either. If you can put that aside for Tommy, why can't you put it aside for the mother, once again, of your children? Whether you like her or not, whether you think she is proper or not, she is the mother of your children. You picked her. You asked her to marry you, and you had 3 babies with her, okay? So why wouldn't you leave her anything? Somebody dark-skinned beat Courtney Kim ass when she was a little girl, because that was unnecessary. It was just like an extra stab. I mean, not to mention she ends up in jail, but it's completely more insulting that she didn't end up with nothing. Tyreek tells her, I'm gonna take care of you, but we find out, like I said, he gotta go to college before he can get any money. So nobody has no money. And then the grandma. We ain't seen Yaz but 5 times in 6 seasons. She don't say nothing. She be with the mama now. We barely saw Raina, because she be with the mama. Ghost ain't got no mama. Kate is a crackhead. Your mother-in-law is taking care of your children all the time, but you're not going to pay her rent no more, but for a year? But you gave Kate the crackhead some money. Nigga, you deserve to die. You deserve to be dead. Because I ain't never met nobody who would do their family as raggedy and would turn around and give some white folks some money for you give your own family some money. I'm just going to keep it 100. Okay? I'm going to keep it 100. That lady stuck by you and it got you out of more trouble than a little bit. It is absolutely no reason that man did not leave that lady no money. I don't care what nobody say. Now, I do feel like Tasha don't need to get a job. And I ain't gonna lie to you. You can't expect a man to take care of you forever. You got to have some skills, but she got skills, okay? And we'll see that she got a job later on based on the skills that she had. But, you know, she make a dumb decision, so she ended up in a bad situation. As they leave, Blanca is calling them in to go for questioning about the shooting, right? They can't even get out the damn place before she calling them about to the police station about the shooting. And so when they get down there, they interrogate both of them. And you know, Tasha and Tyreek have worked out this story. They're gonna blame it on Dre, which is a good person to blame it on. He was coming out of the place and punched Blanca in the face. It's his gun that was killed, you know, that he was killed with. This is a smart way to go. But technically, they need Dre to be alive so that he can take the fall for this, right? So they're blaming it on Dre. And as soon as they think Tyreek is gonna crack, he asks for some water. And the advocate is like, oh, I can't be out of the room. He like, just going out the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gone. I'm thirsty. He tells Sax, hey, I saw you. I saw you drunk. I saw you dropping your gun in the back of Truth. Now, we could say it was Dre. Now, it could have been Dre. You know what I mean? It could have been somebody else. He said it could have been somebody else. But we could say it's Dre. Or I'm just going to tell the whole truth, which I saw you too. My thing is, you saw Blanca too. So really, you can blame it on all of them, because all of them got an agenda that's really out of control at this point. And so Sax is like, you know what? It was Dre. I think it was Dre, as a matter of fact. So they come back in there and they kind of wrap that whole thing up. Now, Sax goes to Blanca and tells her that he thinks it was Dre for the exact reasons I just said. And he said, if it is him, it's going to be the end of your career, girl, because you the one who let him out of jail. He got away from your marshals. And if they kill, and if they, you know, if they convict him for this, girl, your career is over. Now, I don't know if he did that on purpose to, like, light a fire under her to say, because you know she's going to try to prove that it wasn't Dre. You know what I mean? Because she asked him for help, and he was like, hell no, girl. I'm not about to save you, girl. You threw me under the bus when it was time for me to get saved, sis. You just threw me right on under that bus. So nah, sis, you on your own, girl. I don't know what you gonna do. I don't know if that was on purpose or like if he planned on, you know, asking her that, or, you know, he wanted her to go try to find out the truth. I don't know. So Blanca goes to see 2-Bit in jail, and 2-Bit don't give her no information. You know, he 10 toes down, okay? Other than the fact that he says that Dre couldn't have done it, I don't know why they think Dre is a punk. He done killed like buku people. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, Dre's a punk. Now, he a snitch. But I don't think he no punk. He done killed several people. Like, he killed Donovan, who is the FBI agent. He killed Black Grievous. He killed a whole lot of people, y'all. So we ain't gonna act like he no punk. So that was just crazy to me that now he's scary. He wasn't gonna kill ghosts. He'd have killed anybody. We see Tasha and Stern, and she's running a deal by him that's basically saying, we will give you truth if you can get Tyreek into this school. Now, Tyreek ain't even graduated from high school, y'all. He ain't got no GED or nothing. But Stern is like, I can get him in school. It's nothing. You know what I mean? I built the library for the school, girl. I can get him in nothing. And do you want a job? You know, my company needs some diversity. And, you know, I think that, you know, you might be able to fill that position because, like I said, Tasha is savvy. I just wish that she would stop trying to be a drug dealer. And, you know, she had went to college. She probably could have been somebody. She probably could have been an executive for real. So he finna give her an executive job. And I'm thinking that, you know, this is good for her, right? She's going to be executive. She ain't even got to start off. You know the boss, girl. You can just move your ass right on up. This is all great, right? So she goes home. She tells Tyreek this. He's going to start school. He don't have to get his GD now. He can get it, you know, take the test. He can start it without that. She raises concerns about Dre dying. Okay, Dre is dead now. We know that he's dead. So when she raises concerns about this to Tyreek, you can see the ghost transformation when he's with Sax, because that was a ghost move. So like he ghosts her. He does not tell her the truth. He says, oh, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. He gives her a hug. Now, they always said they was going to be 100% honest with each other, so he's already started to hide things from her and treat her differently. Now, I think she peeped that something else is going on. Now, had Tasha just chilled out, because I don't think Dre being dead would have affected their case that much. They could have just rolled with it, because he was going there to kill him. You did get the gun from him, and you did see him coming out. You got punched in the face. You know, he punched Blanca in the face. So, like, you still could have said that he did it. Like, you still could have said he did it. But she panics, and she does the Tasha thing, which is something stupid. And I low-key be feeling like they write her character to do stupid shit so that, you know, she can feel justified in, you know, throwing her to the wolves. You know what I mean? Like, just doing her any type of way or whatever, because she do this kind of dumb stuff. So she calls the police on a burner phone and tells them that she knows who killed James. Then she goes to Q house and screw him, and the police bust in on him and take him to jail. They have the gun, but that's not the gun that he was shot with. Okay, because she did tell Tyreek that the gun was taken care of, but that's not the gun that was killed with, or maybe it was, but it's Dre's gun. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know how that part worked out, but she had the gun there, and apparently he's on probation or parole or something like that. So they took him to jail. Next day, they get up, they eating breakfast like it's just a regular old day. She got her suit on like she finna go to work. Everything is great. And the police bust up in there and arrest her, because apparently Q told on her, and he went to the store and got him a Red Bull because he figured he might need an alibi. He figured some shit was fishy, and you know something wasn't cool. And so they take her to jail. And the crazy thing to me was, this is bad writing. Why would Tasha, the person who is smart about plotting, the same girl that said screw it till I tell you to stop, the same one who did all this maneuvering and scheming and plotting and planning, and to be so dumb to think that somebody that she barely knows is going to give up their child and their freedom to keep her out of jail. Like, girl, you knew this nigga was gonna lie. My thing is, if you was gonna set him up, why would you say, I need a ride to this place, bring me here? You're gonna make him go by himself. You're not gonna let him know what he's doing, okay, or why he's there, or what's happening inside the building. So he don't have nothing to say when the police be like, why was you there? What happened? You know what I mean? He don't know why he was there. He was just there. He don't have no explanation. That's how the setup work, girl. You're not gonna be like, bring me here, do this. Like, they made her character be so dumb, and then you think this nigga got a whole child. You think he finna give up his freedom for you, girl? He don't even much know you. Like, I just felt like that was not her character. I mean, she do rash decisions, but she's usually better at plotting and scheming. Then this last episode, they made that move was kind of stupid. It was like, really? Yes, girl. So she got arrested, and she goes to jail, and we see her getting processed in by all the Davis style. Homegirl take off her lashes and her wig, and she up in there looking like set it off, bitch. She looking real sad. But and I was sad. I felt really messed up about how they did her character. Like, that was dirty. I ain't gonna lie. But that, and then you have Tyreek is getting processed into school. Basically, he's getting his books. He's getting, you know, his admissions information, his classes and everything. And he gets into his dorm, and we see the cell door closing. We see the school door closing. Because she did tell him, you know, go to school, nigga. Like, get this money. Is what she's trying to tell him. I'm going to be in jail. Maybe I'll get out. Maybe I won't. But get that money so you can take care of yourself, okay? So, and us, if I get out of jail. So, like, you know, I understand that. She taking a rap for her child. It's a noble thing to do. I don't know if I do it. Okay, I don't know if I do. Because you kill a police officer, they going to find out. You might have to take the rap for that too, Tasha. I don't know. I was sad, but now that I saw the previews for the new shows that's coming, I was like, okay, I'm cool. So basically, we got a prequel that's coming about Angela, Tommy. We see them leaving out of high school one day, and, you know, they're talking about Cho. I don't really care to see that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Since we already knows what happens in the story, it feels kind of pointless for me to go back. I don't want to go back since I know what's going to happen. That Angela was optimistic and she believed the best parts of himself, and that he met Tasha and she know all the parts of him and she accepted him and she was with him or whatever. But his true love is Angela. But Angela gonna end up dead. Okay, so at the end of the day, I don't care. I don't care to see that. What I am looking forward to is to see Power Book 2, because although I don't really love Tyreek's character, I do want to see Tasha's character. I want to see what they're gonna do with her now that she in prison. Is she gonna be like a Mama Morton type? You know what I mean? Like Boss Kingpin bitch in jail, telling her son or helping him. Or is he going to be trying to get her out of jail? Like, how's this going to work? Is she going to get out of jail? I want to know all of these things. I'm definitely going to watch that show and see how Yaz's character, are they going to grow up her character? I don't care about Sax's character, but I do want to see Mary J. Blige's character. And Method Man is fine. I don't know if y'all know that, but he's been fine since the 90s. Okay, and he looks good, and I just want to see him. It looks like he's going to be an FBI officer or a police officer, okay, because he had a suit on. It looks like Mary J. Blige is going to be some type of drug dealer, some type of queen pin, because she walked in the room with a whole bunch of money on the table, okay? So, you know, I'm excited to see that. Power Book 2, I think I'm going to watch that. The other show I might be excited about is Tommy, only because we all love Tommy, and we want to see what's going to happen with him. But Tate, I don't care about that show either, y'all. It's not Lorenz Tate. He's a fabulous actor. It's just that his character was not that interesting to me. I don't care what happened to his story. I don't care about him in the future. But I do feel like this show won't be like the rest of the Power shows. It's going to be more like a savage ass, you know, Scandal. Like if Scandal was on a network and you can really fuck people up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's what it's going to be, like a savage ass black Scandal. It's going to be more like political savagery, though, not like people getting shot and, you know, mutilated and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Them other shows, it was like 5 shows. It was too many. I think they talking about hashtag power never ends, but it needs to end. Because I don't care about Kanan either. I know that whatever happened to Kanan had to be really bad for him to turn out the way he is, for him to kill his own son, because I ain't forgot. Okay, he killed Sean. I ain't forgot you killed your own son. I don't care about no Tyreek and how much you love Tyreek. I don't care nothing about that, sir. You kill your own flesh and blood and you're trash. Period. So I know that he done went through some things. Some child abuse, some people that got killed, some people that he loved, he done had to kill, done betrayed him. I know it. It had to be for him to turn out the way that he turned out. But do I care to watch it? No, not really. I don't. Side note, you know, even though 50 Cent comes off really harsh online sometimes when he's arguing with people, he actually seems like he might be a nice person, like in person. He might be very pleasant, easy to deal with, because all the ladies say that he's romantical and, you know, he's very nice and polite and sweet. And I believe them. I believe that 50 Cent is not a rude person. If you are nice to him and you ask him for a picture, that he will take a picture. You know why? Because I've seen him in a picture with people that was not attractive. I've seen him in a picture with just regular ass people. You know, it ain't like they gotta be attractive, but you know how some people are. Like, they'll look at you crazy, especially if it's celebrity like 50 Cent. He be trashing people. But he's very nice. He seems to be a nice person. Not when he's arguing with you on Instagram, though, okay? Or when he's doing business. Like I said, it was a good episode for the finale. It was kind of redundant. It was kind of like predictable. We already knew what was going to happen. Like, I feel like we all knew that Tyreek was going to hit. It was the only way it was going to be right. I did feel like the melodrama of the family kind of took over the show a little bit, because at first these problems in the family were kind of like side problems. They weren't the main focus of the show. You know what I'm saying? But now it became the main focus of the show, all the family melodrama. So I feel like Ghost was trash. He deserved to die. And that screenshot y'all keep seeing is from another movie called, like, you know, Shot Callers or something like that. It's a screenshot from a movie. It's not from the show, y'all. So relax, okay? It's just the way it is. It's not from him. He's dead, okay? I'm glad Power is over. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't sad. I'm not sad this is my last Power review because the writing is frankly not that good. I watched the after show and they had some of the writer on there from the Tate episode, and he came from Empire. No shade, but Empire is not a good show, and so that's why I feel like Power is not a good show anymore, because they had horrible writers. And I'm hoping for the best with all these sequels. I mean, all these spinoffs, but I feel like, you know, the writing is so much going on. Like, is the writing going to be up to par? Is this going to be a show where I'm going to watch? It would be nice if Power took their direction in another level, like we had one type of show where there's a lot of character development, another type of show where it's more like Power, you know, it's action, it's violence, is this, like I said, a political savagery show, a show, you know, like shows where the writing aspect is different. You know what I mean? Like, we get a little bit more in depth. But with so many shows going on, I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm worried about the quality. They're already shooting Power Book 2. It's gonna be out in the summertime. So I'm cautiously optimistic, because there is no show that I've seen on TV, y'all. Not one show that after season 4 was good. Any show. Scandal, Grey's Anatomy, whatever show you want to pull out your ass. How to Get Away with Murder, even they've gotten ridiculous over the years. Now, it's a little bit less ridiculous than this show, but all those shows, after season 4, the show just turned to shit. I really think the people don't know where they're going to go in the end. They be lying to us, talking about, we knew where we was going to go, but so we didn't know how we was going to get there. But I knew what was going to happen at the end of the series. You a lie. And the truth ain't in you, because we don't believe it. It's a lot of shows. We're going to be optimistic. I'm going to watch it. I can't tell you I'm going to review all of them, because I damn sure ain't watching no prequel. I don't care nothing about them people in high school. I might review Power Book 2. We'll see how that goes. All right? So I want to hear your thoughts about this episode, about this entire series. What do you think about how the way the characters ended? Like Tasha's character, Tyree's character, Ghost's character. I feel some type of way they didn't really have a funeral for him. Like, I ain't fuck with Ghost. He was trifling and terrible. But damn, y'all could have had a funeral for the man. I mean, sheesh. So, like, Tommy's character, some characters being able to just get away with things and just walk off scot-free. Some characters having to go to jail. I feel like, ooh, I feel it's so dirty that Tommy got off free, Ghost dead, and Tasha got to go to jail. I just don't understand how. And Courtney Kim gonna lie to us and tell us she the last one standing. You know, I feel like she the one who won in the end. How? Maybe she just trolling us. I feel like low-key I be feeling like she trolling us, because she just, you know, tired of people talking shit about how she write, or did they write Tasha's character. So, you know, let me know what you think about how that ended. What you think? Do you think she should have got something? Do you think she shouldn't have got nothing? Do you think Ghost was just like, what do you think? Let me know what you think about this episode. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Like my video so that it can go up in the algorithm a little bit. I see I get about 100 and some odd views, but I only have like 30 likes. So like the video. If you like it, like the video. You feel what I'm saying? If you like me, subscribe. I'm not on here a whole lot now because there's nothing on TV, okay, to talk about. But once How to Get Away with Murder comes back and some shows start coming back, then I'll be here more frequently. Okay, you guys? So, holla at your girl. I won't see you next week, but I will see you soon. Peace.